If you have a single member LLC and you are looking for a high limit, soft pull business credit card, you will love this show because you'll get the top 5. So you have a clear idea how much limit you're getting, and you can use the card for anything. And it's basically a simple, it's for a single member LLC and it's a business credit card. Okay. So here's a review I really want you to pay attention to. So number 5, we have Amazon Business Prime American Express card. Our score 8.8 over 10. So we love the fact that, this card is great for single member LLCs if you want to have recurring Amazon purchases, because basically you are getting 5% back or 90-day repayment terms. Okay, so it's either or. And the cool thing is that the regular APR is kind of decent here. You have 19.24 to 27.24%. There is no annual fee here on the card. And the only thing is that the minimum FICO score on this card is 600. But you gotta be a single member LLC. You gotta have a certificate of good standing. You have to prove to American Express that you basically have to show your articles of organization from the state, so that they know that you are indeed a single member LLC, okay? And they will approve you all the way to $50,000. What we love here is that you are able to have, basically you can take advantage of the 5% back or 90-day terms on US purchases at Amazon.com, Amazon Business. You have the AWS, so Amazon Web Services, and Whole Foods Market. And the thing is, you also have a 2% back at US restaurants, US gas stations, and on wireless telephone services purchased directly from US service providers. And then you have 1% back on other purchases. And this is kind of cool. By the way, boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here, to have this quick convo with you about the soft pull credit cards with high limits for single member LLCs. Okay. And here are the pros and cons of this card. The pros: 5% back or 90-day terms. So we love the duality here in terms of giving you options, so you can choose either or. And there are no annual and foreign transaction fees. What about the cons here? There is no 0% introductory APR, and this is only for Amazon Prime members. So if you're a single member LLC and you are already an Amazon Prime member, you want to take advantage of other opportunities in the Amazon ecosystem, you will love this card a lot. Number 4, we have the US Bank Business Triple Cash Rewards World Elite. Our score 9 over 10. So this card is just fantastic when it comes to the 0% APR for 15 months and up to 5% cashback. So if you're a single member LLC out there and you are looking for a business card that allows you to have this 0% APR, this intro offer for such a long period, 15 months is pretty good. You will love this card. Okay, you have a 15 months 0%. The regular APR is kind of fantastic too. You are looking at $16.99 to $25.99, which is really fantastic. There is no annual fee on the card. And US Bank will approve you if you have a FICO score of 595. It really helps if you already have a solid relationship with US Bank, either at the personal level or at the business level. So one thing I want to say here is that the US Bank will approve you all the way to $50,000 or even more if you have if the transaction, the inflows and outflows that are coming out of your US Bank business or savings account, business or personal accounts, are sort of interesting. Okay, you have a clean history with the bank, no problem of overdraft. They love that a lot, and so they'll grant you a good limits. And this card is kind of cool also because you can earn $500 in cash back. Just spend $4,500 on the account owner's card in the first 150 days of opening your account, and this is really cool. You earn 3% cash back on eligible purchases at gas stations and electric vehicle charging stations, office supply stores, cell phone service providers, and restaurants. You earn 1% cash back on all other eligible net purchases. So this is kind of cool. You also earn 5% cash back on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the Travel Reward Center. And so what we love here is that there are no limits. There are no limits on the total cash back earned. So you also earn an annual $100 statement credit for recurring software subscription expenses such as FreshBooks and QuickBooks. This is really cool. So the bottom line here is that this card is fantastic if you're a single member LLC, actually spends on some of the categories where US Bank wants you to really earn cash back. What are the pros and cons here? Pros: you have a 0% APR that applies to both purchases and balance transfers. You have unlimited cashback rewards, and you have no annual fee. What about the cons here? Balance transfer fee is charged even during the introductory period, and the intro APR doesn't apply to cash advances. Number 3, we have here the Capital One Spark 1.5x Miles Select. Our score 9.5 over 10. So this card is great for unlimited travel rewards. So if your single member LLC is looking for a soft pull credit card that actually has a high limit and that has unlimited travel rewards, you will love this card. So the intro APR can be 0% for 9 months. It's actually 0% for 9 months. And the regular APR after that, you have 18.74 to 28.74. And the rewards here are 1.5x to 5x miles. Okay. And you have a welcome offer of 20,000 miles. This is really cool. So when you think about this card, I want you to think about a very competitive business travel credit card for your single member LLC that's really great when it comes to helping you get into an unlimited rewards program. You have a rewards program, sign up bonus, and 0% APR. So this is really, in our view, those three things: unlimited rewards program, sign up bonus, and 0% intro APR offer are really a rare combination of valuable perks in this category. So you have 3 in 1. Fantastic. Okay. What are the pros and cons here? Pros: you have competitive rewards rates. You have a sign-up bonus, no annual fee, great intro APR offer, no foreign transaction fees. What about the cons here? Limited bonus categories, no balance transfer offer, and the personal guarantee might be required in some cases. Not in all cases, but in some cases. And the limits on this card, you have $30,000 for a single member LLC. But if you have an existing great relationship with Capital One on the personal or business side, they can actually increase your limits all the way to 50 grand. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So the bottom line here is that you can earn unlimited 1.5x miles per dollar on purchases with no limits or category restrictions, and miles will not expire for the life of the account. You can earn 5x on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One Travel. You earn a one-time bonus of 20,000 miles equal to $200 in travel once you spend $3,000 on purchases within the first 3 months from account opening. So this is really cool. I mean, this is a great offer when you really think about it. And for your single member LLC, you can actually earn 5x miles on hotels and rental cars booked through Capital One, and you can save a lot. I mean, it really helps you. You can transfer your miles also to 15 plus leading travel loyalty programs like Air Canada and Emirates. So those are really cool. We love that a lot. So Capital One Spark 1.5x miles select. Our score 9.5 over 10. Number 2, we have here the Chase Inc. Business Cash Credit Card. Our score 9.6 over 10. So when you think about this Chase Inc. Business Cash, we love it because it's great for self-employed with home offices. If your single member LLC actually has like if you are running your single member LLC from home, you will love this card because you basically have a 5% cash back on the first $25,000 spent on office supplies, internet, cable, and phone services. It also offers 2% cash back on the first $25,000 spent at gas stations and restaurants, and then 1% on everything else. So, and on top of that, what we love about this card is that the card actually allows you to receive $750 cash back after spending $6,000 in the first 3 months. So this is kind of cool. This is really cool. You can also avail yourself of the 0% intro APR offer that they have. That Chase actually is giving you a 0% intro APR on purchases for the first 12 months after the account is open. And but the only thing is that this promotional rate does not apply to balance transfers. So you want to use this for only purchases, okay? And you also have a flexible redemption options. So for your single member LLC, you can redeem rewards for cashback, gift cards, travel, and select merchandise through Chase Ultimate Rewards. So this is, in our view, this is a great credit card for single member LLCs, for startups, for example, because of the lucrative rewards and flexible redemption options. And so this is kind of cool. One thing I also want to say here is that in terms of so you will earn $750 in bonus cashback. Think about it. This is really cool. And by the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are talking about the top 5 soft pull business credit cards with high limits for single member LLCs. Okay. And so if you are a cardholder and you want the simplicity of cashback plus up to 5% back on select categories and a $0 annual fee, you will love this card a lot. It's just great. Okay. And some of the pros that we love, we have big cashback sign up bonus. You have office supplies store rewards, internet, cable, and phone service rewards. You have 0% intro APR offer, and then you have no annual fee. This is really cool. What about the cons here? They do have low caps on bonus categories, no balance transfer offer, and foreign transaction fee. Number one, we have here American Express Blue Business Cash. Our score 9.8 over 10. So in our view, this is the overall best business credit card with high limit soft pull for self-employed, and you have self-employed and also single member LLCs. So you have expanded buying power on those cards. And so basically, if you want better cash rewards, you will love the American Express Blue Business Cash, because basically you have a intro offer, 0% on purchases. You have a regular APR that's decent, 18.24 to 26.24%, no annual fee. And the credit card here, the credit score that Amex wants you to have is 620. And they'll take care of you if you have 600. But yeah, 620 is really what the sweet spot is really the sweet spot. And so you are able to earn a $250 statement credit after you make $3,000 in purchases on your card in your first 3 months. You earn 2% cash back on all eligible purchases on up to $50,000 per calendar year, then 1%. And cashback is earned automatically. So you are and also automatically credited to your statement. So this is kind of cool. So this card is great if you have like a lot of, let's say you have a lot of projects going on right now, either a project that relates to workflow, to inventory, to floor plan. You can use this card as for your single member LLC and really, really optimize your liquidity. And you have actually 0% intro APR for 12 months from the date of account opening. And so this is really cool. What about the pros and cons of this card here? Pros, you have the 0% intro APR I spoke about. You have a welcome bonus, you have fixed rate rewards, and you have no annual fees. So this is really, really cool. And what about the cons here? Cash advance is not allowed. The card charges a foreign transaction fees, and you have 2% cashback that is capped at $50,000 in annual spending. So this is really a little bit detrimental here, but if it works for you, hey, go for it. So overall, this card is great because you have expanding buying power. In other words, you can enjoy flexible buying power when your single member LLC needs it. So expanded buying power gives you the freedom to spend beyond your credit limits and help actually get business done. So while the amount you can spend above your credit limit is unlimited, it's not unlimited rather, it adjusts with your use of the card, your payment history, credit record, financial resources known to American Express, and other factors. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Let me give you an overview here. So the thing here is when we talk about the top 5 soft pull credit cards, the top 5 soft pull business credit cards with high limits for single member LLCs. You need to understand that basically these kind of cards are kind of like the credit card issuer most of the time will actually confuse you. And I'm using my word well here when I say confuse, will confuse you with a self-employed, or will confuse you with an individual credit card applicant. You have to prove to the credit card issuer that, hey, listen, even though you are a one-person business, you're not you are a legit business. You got to prove articles of organization. You got to show a certificate of good standing so that the credit card issuer really believes you are indeed a business. You might need to prove also your EIN, to show your EIN. Okay, so those things are really important. So you have to show also so you have to show everything that shows that you are basically a legit LLC. So you have to show the date the business was established, the average business revenue. So the credit card issuer will be interested in knowing how much you're pulling every month, every year. And so they will look at your balance sheet, your income statement, your statement of cash flows, and your owner's equity. So they will look at the 4 financial statements. And it really helps also if you have let's say a business plan to sort of justify your application, or not justify, to contextualize your credit card application, your business credit card application. And it also helps if you have if you also show the credit card issuer the business category you are in, your single member LLC is in. So if you're in the arts, education, retail, consulting, marketing, and what have you. And so what I want to say here is that the more transparency you have, the better. If you're able to show, for instance, business tax returns, this is also great. Obviously, if you are a single member LLC, you do not file a business tax return because your tax return is lumped into your Schedule C on your Form 1040. So you don't have to show your business tax return, but just show your personal tax return. But pay attention. You want to highlight the Schedule C part so that the credit card issuer will know clearly that you indeed are running a business on the side. Okay, so this is really quite essential. Let me give you a few pro tips before we close to this conversation. It's really important if you're a single member LLC to pay attention to your EIN. You got to have an EIN, and you also need to build credit. You need to build business credit. Because remember, even though you are a one-person business, you are still a business. So you need to get your DUNS number. You need to contact Dun & Bradstreet and register for Dun & Bradstreet and get your DUNS number. You need to gradually make sure that all your activities are reported to the 3 major business credit bureaus. I'm talking about Dun & Bradstreet. I'm talking about Experian Business. I'm speaking about Equifax Business. So this trifecta is really critical. And you also see simultaneously you have to build business credit, but also build the personal credit. You can't just say, you know what, I'm just building business credit and I don't care about personal credit. No. You got to do both of them simultaneously. This is really quite essential because see, if one end is loose and the other end is tight, you're not going to navigate properly. So it's important, and so you want to really make sure that you are separating your business affairs. Your business's affairs from your personal affairs. This is really important also because, again, at the end of the year, when you do your tax returns and if you start writing off stuff and the IRS want to audit things and they come to your accounts and they realize that you are mixing things, you are going to be in big trouble. Same thing for state tax authorities. Okay, there are strict rules around single member LLCs when it comes to segregation of processes between personal and business. So you have to really make sure that you comply with that. You have to abide by those rules. Very, 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 very pivotal. And so what are the pros and cons of a single member LLC's business credit cards? The pros. The card streamlines the finances to keep your personal and business expenses separate. Some business credit cards for single member LLC actually offer a business rewards category you can't get elsewhere, and you can build business credit. Okay, this is really cool. And because you typically need to form an LLC or corporation to build business credit. What are the cons of a single member LLC business credit cards? In some cases, the card might require a personal guarantee, but if you apply properly, if you know how to apply, and we have shown this on other shows, you are able to get an EIN only business credit card for your single member LLC, not a problem. And the transactions on the card may actually show up on your personal credit. Again, if you do not apply using an EIN only, okay? And because those things you got to tell the bank or the credit card issuer. So this is important. And so the thing is, if you want to choose the best credit card, the best business credit card for your single member LLC, you want to pay attention to your personal credit score, your industry, how much you spend, and the effort you want to put in. Because sometimes the card will want, like if you were looking for a soft pull credit card, sometimes they want you to really apply several times or provide a lot of stuff. This is why you want to start with a bank where you already have a relationship. You want to start somewhere where you already have a good relationship, and you want to parlay that great relationship into a soft pull application that hopefully will grant you the high credit limit that you need and seek. Before I do a recap of today's conversation, I want to show you our credit card evaluation approach. We have a great method on this show when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing soft pull credit cards with high limits for single member LLCs. Check this out. All right, let's quickly recap here. Number 1, we have American Express Blue Business Cash. Our score, 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have the Chase Inc. Business Cash. Our score, 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have the Capital One Spark 1.5x Miles Select, 9.5 over 10. Number 4, we have the US Bank Business Triple Cash Rewards World Elite. Our score here is 9 over 10. And number 5, last but not the least, we have Amazon Business Prime American Express card. Our score, 8.8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I love you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.